let us discuss some of the fundamentals which are important for the Maxwell's equations. I'll start with Stokes' theorem. Stokes' theorem relates the line integral and the surface integral. Now imagine in a coordinate system, imagine a field F, and I consider a closed path. This is a closed path, and here is a small elemental surface ds, and ds is inside this closed path. Now it's a F is a field. You can just write this to indicate the field. Okay. Now, what does Stokes' law or Stokes' theorem tell us? It tells us that the line integral of the vector over a closed path is equal to the surface integral of the curl of the vector f over the surface which is enclosed by the same path. So this ds is within the closed path, which is integrated, used for the line integration, and this is known as the Stokes theorem. And this is true only when both f vector as well as del cross f vector, the curl of f, both are continuous. Next, we'll see what is Gauss law. Imagine there are charges present in a space, and let there be a point, say a point M, and rho is a charge density at that point. Say rho is a charge density at this point M. Now, whenever there are charges spread in the space, it leads to an electric field. So let's see how this electric field and charge density they are related. So this can be written as in terms of flux density, d by dx of dx, d by dy of dy plus d by dz of dz is equal to rho, where dx, dy and dz, they are known as the flux densities along xyz axis, or the xyz components of flux density is given by this dx, dy and dz. This also can be written as, you can see, divergence of d is equal to rho, and this is known as Gauss law, and it's also known as Maxwell's first equation. This has got another form. You know that D and E electric field, they are related like this. Okay, so this can be written like this. It's equal to epsilon naught. You can write this is equal to rho by epsilon naught. So this is one more form of the Maxwell's first equation. So I can write this as Maxwell's first equation. Next, we'll discuss what is Gauss law in electrostatics. Imagine any surface enclosing a charge q. This is known as a Gaussian surface. Any surface enclosing a charge we call it as a Gaussian surface. Now let us consider one such Gaussian surface, and here is a charge q, right? This, and this surface I call this as S, and let this S can be divided into small elemental charges, elemental surfaces of ds. Now at this point ds, it's a small elemental, the flux density is given by d, and this is the r, and this is d, and here is a normal a unit vector. I can call this as some n. This is making an angle theta, and this point I consider, say, a point P. So this is, the charge is q, and this is a surface S, and here is a small elemental surface ds, and at ds the flux density is d. Now what is the total flux through the entire surface S is given by, it is a surface integral of, so this gives the total flux through the entire surface, and this is psi, and this is known as Gauss law, Gauss law of electrostatics. And as I said, psi also can be, this can be equated to this is equal to the total charge enclosed q. Now let us see what is Gauss divergence theorem. So Gauss divergence theorem relates the surface integral and the volume integral. It tells us that the surface integral of the normal component of the flux density over a surface in an electric field is equal to the volume integral of the divergence of the flux density, which is coming out of the space enclosed by the same surface, and it is given by, it is the surface integral of the flux density is equal to the volume integral of the divergence of the flux density, volume integral of the divergence of the flux density. So this is known as Gauss divergence theorem. We can prove this. Let us give a proof. Imagine a Gaussian surface enclosing a charge, say q, and here there is a elemental volume, small volume. I can call this as some del q, and let del v, elemental volume del v, which is enclosing a charge del q. Let rho be the charge density at a point, say P, and this volume, small volume, is surrounding this point P, and rho is the charge density at that point. Now what is the definition of charge density? Is equal to, as limit del q charge per unit, del v tends to 0, del q by del v. So this is known as dq by dv. Or I can write, this implies dq is equal to rho into dv. So what is the total charge enclosed is equal to the volume integral of rho dv. So this is simple. Q is equal to this much. So by Gauss law, I can replace rho by divergence of d is equal to rho. So I can replace this rho by divergence of d into dv. This is Q. Equation number, okay, this is 1. This is equation number 2. Let it be equation number 3. Now by Gauss divergence, Gauss law of electrostatics, statics tells us that Q is equal to, here, of course you can write this as some over a closed surface. Q is equal to, this is my, just now we discussed. So this is Gauss law of electrostatics. Q is equal to, so I can replace this Q by this term. So that becomes I can call this as some equation number 4. So I can equate 4 to Q. So it becomes the surface integral of is equal to the volume integral of divergence of d dv. So this is nothing but Gauss divergence theorem. So with this I conclude my second talk on Maxwell's equations. Thank you.